A very emotional win. We're TV darlings because we come down to the last drive on every game we've played but one, and this again the last play. So proud of our guys. I reflect back to last year, sitting in your seat watching the Virginia Tech game, getting ready to put the game away. We fumble, and then they drive the length of the field and score, and give Duke credit for forcing the fumble and driving down. But this was different, because our defense stepped up and made the play to win the game. So I think our guys are learning. They're believing in each other. And Noah Ruckles comes back tonight and kicks 2 field goals to help us. And so a lot of different guys. Probably our most safe guy with ball security is the one that fumbles at the goal line. And we went for the 4th and 4 because we felt like if we kick the field goal, they can go score and win the game. If we don't score. So we felt like we had to get 7. And then we were trying to force them to use their timeouts at the same time. So we were going slow. We were slowing it down, but we were trying to score. And I just could not believe that ball popped out. So because we were going to go for 4 downs and make them use their timeouts and end up with very little time left on the clock. Give Duke credit for the way they played. They didn't quit and give up. I really felt like tonight another step forward with our fans. This is becoming a hard place to play because it's hard to hear. And I don't remember that all the time when I was here before. And every time I coach in a ball game, I'm saying, gosh, this may be the best environment I've ever seen here. So credit our fans, credit our students. And it'll be really electric for next Saturday night against Virginia as well. Defensively, so proud of the way we played, except when we go up 14-3, it's time to stop them and get a 3 and out and get the ball back. And that's when you start separating from somebody. It's the worst series we had. We let them take the ball down the field and score. And then offensively, it was not a clean night by any means. And we had too many lost yardage plays. So we were always behind the chains, but they made a deep throw. Sam hits a deep throw to Corrales to get us off the goal line because we had horrible field position in the fourth quarter. Great college football game. I think 2 really well-coached teams that have nice kids that are competing hard against each other. Our kids are so excited to have the bell back. I asked our kids on the field the other day, how many of you have had the bell? And on the field with a travel squad, there were 5. So this is really an emotional time for them and a fun time for them to have beaten their rival and gotten the bell back. So they may be ringing it all night down there. I have to get them ready for Virginia starting tomorrow. Any questions?
You've been asked several times this year what the identity of your team is. Is this kind of it? A club that plays well enough to be in the game right at the end, has enough holes to also kind of be in the game right at the end, and the play goes one way or the other?
Yeah, I think we're playing hard every week, which is good. We're playing with more emotion than I thought we did for App State and Wake. This was the first time for an in-state game I thought they really were passionate about winning the game, so I think they're getting it, that this game is very important to the fans at the University of North Carolina and our university because they played tonight with a lot of passion, and they knew how important this game was for us moving forward. And at the same time, we're still a team that makes a lot of mistakes. Of all the guys that could get hurt, Storm Duck goes down in the first series. I said, are you kidding me? Come on, man. So we moved DeAndre Hollins from nickel out to corner and give Dre Bly and Jay Bateman credit for being able to handle it. And I thought Duke threw a bunch of fades, and that was their go-to thing, obviously, because we did a good job stopping the run. But I thought those kids hung in there and did a good job tonight.
Coach, what did you see on the final interception with Chad as your perspective on that play call? What y'all want to call it defense? In an interview, Chad said Jay Bateman told him to expect a pop pass.
Jay called it. And it's David's probably the one that started. I know it was a Tim Tebow pass, but David's running a lot. And we felt like the fade would be the first call because we knew that's what Virginia Tech did, and that is a problem for us right now. But I was standing there when Jay said, look for the pop pass because we're stopping the run, and that's kind of the go-to play right now. So good for him, but we still had to execute it, and they did a good job.
Mack, Quentin Harris had 21 rushing yards on non-sack carries. What was the key in containing him?
I thought the biggest thing was that we had a lot of pressure on him throughout the night, and I thought this defense was probably a lot like the defense we played against Clemson that night. We tackled well. We had 11 people pursuing the ball most of the time, and even when we missed him some, we had another guy there to get to him. So I thought that was probably the biggest key.
Mack Sam didn't have great consistency going downfield. He had some chunk plays, but it seemed like the pocket was collapsing on him. Was that the biggest thing Duke was able to do to take him out of rhythm?
I thought we'll have to watch it and see. I thought Duke did a really good job of bringing so many different looks and twists and blitzing with a lot of the front guys that they confused us. They saw Virginia Tech do that, so that's something that we're going to have to deal with. Virginia will do the same thing, and we can't, when Phil Longo calls a draw on 3rd and 12 and we make 15, everybody says, oh, what a great call. You make none, everybody boos. We missed the block. So, it was there. The box is there. That's one thing about the offense that we run. When there's numbers where we can make the first down, if it's 10 or 8 yards, we still have to block them. So we've got to continue to improve with our offensive line play. Even though you rush for over 200 yards against a rival, that's pretty good. That's better for us. And I thought we were a tougher team tonight. So we're growing up in that area as well.
Mack, what does it mean to be the winningest coach in Carolina history?
I was asked yesterday by the TV people, and my first thought was it's such a credit to all those guys that have played for us here. And it gives me a chance tonight with the ball that Bubba gave me to thank 10 years of guys that were here before and now this 120. And that was the first thing I thought. Because it's a great university that Sally and I love, and we came back, so it's really cool. I don't want to act like it's not a fun thing, and I'm going to refuse to take it. And the second thing was I think this can possibly be a significant point in our program right now where we won a really tough game where we didn't play well all the time, and we won it on the ropes at the end, which is something that we haven't done as well the last couple of years. So the significance of getting the bell back, of beating a good Duke team that we've had trouble beating over the last number of years, and giving credit to all of those kids that have played for us and all those coaches that have coached for us, that's the cool part.
On that note, I'm not sure if you know Virginia and Pittsburgh lost, which means next week's game you're going to be playing for first place in the Coastal. What does it mean in year one to be playing meaningful football in November?
I think it's a lot of fun. That's the thing. You want Carolina football to be important, and to our fans right now, it's important. They're packing it in, man. I love it. And they'll, again, the last couple of years, like you all, I'd sit and see some empty seats, and they're not there anymore. So it helps recruiting. We had 102 recruits here tonight, and oh my gosh, one more time, they'll see the kids ringing a bell in the dressing room and being happy, and that's what they want to do. They recruits envision they see this picture of who they want to be and where they want to be, and when they see this much fun with this environment in this stadium, it just helps us. But it also makes the players work harder. You won't have near as many of them in the training table tomorrow. Virginia Tech, Lord, is full. And I said, you all, it's a mental thing. Losing is awful. And winning is just it's such a high. It's why people come to the games. It's why people coach. It's why kids fight so hard to win, because there's nothing like it in sports.
It was kind of a given that you would win this game at the end of your first tenure here. What was it like to be back in the middle of a situation where clearly that wasn't the case this time and the celebration was on?
Well, when I thought we were going to win the game before. I really did. I worried a little bit about some hangover from last week. And when a team that's as well coached as Duke loses like they did at Virginia last week, they're going to come back and fight their guts out. And that's just kids. About the time you think somebody's down, that's when they fight back. Sally and I have a little saying, about the time you think it can happen is when it does. And that's why everybody loves sports. But I thought we would score and go up by 10. And I thought the game would be over at that point. And then it's another oh my gosh moment when they're taking it right down the field, and then we have a chance to stop them on fourth and they make it. Then we stop them on 4th, and we have a face mask call. And then we have a penalty in the end zone for the pass interference. So I think it's such a significant win for us to have those issues and still win, because in some times this team would have gotten bad body language and given up, and this team sure didn't give up.
Mack,
I'm sorry, Dad. Just
you talk about enjoying watching the players succeed
Oh.
and have fun, but you look like you were enjoying it every bit as much afterwards.
Yeah, no, I know how important this game is to this place, and I know that it's been a long time, a long while since we've been able to do it. So, I came back for the kids, and I came back to watch them win and be happy and learn. And the saddest thing is you can't help them learn as often if you lose a lot, because they'll quit listening to you. You can learn some lessons from losing, but I've always thought you can learn a lot more lessons from winning, and I can talk about the ones that lost. I don't need to lose to teach them those lessons. But I thought that was so much fun for the students to stay there and for them to get the bell. It's always an emotional thing with Duke and Carolina, and these kids have had a lot of frustration build up for the last 3 years because they haven't had the bell. So some of them didn't know what to do with it. I'm sure they had to watch the others. But we thought it was, when we started this year, we wanted to make sure that we let our seniors finish better than the last couple of years of seniors did. And to do that, this was significant because we could have won last week. We could have been in a great shape right now, but we didn't. And for them to come back and do this, this is a big step forward for these seniors.
Matt, have you been able to get a handle on what happened with Jordan Tucker and the Duke bench after the game?
No, I haven't even heard anything about it.
What was that for you? Did it become a reality that this team could really compete for a Coastal Division?
Last week I thought that after we played Clemson, and knowing how good Clemson is, and you even asked me, some people think Clemson didn't play very well. It really doesn't matter. It's who plays the best that day, because Clemson's a better team than we are. That's easy. But when we played Clemson that well that day and had a chance to win, that sent a message to all of our players and our coaches that, we've got a chance every week. What you look at in the Coastal is that Miami and Pittsburgh come down right to the end. I'm sure probably Virginia and Louisville came down to the end. So Miami and Georgia Tech came down to the end. We came down to the end with Virginia Tech. We came down to the end with Duke. So the games in the Coastal are the teams are so closely matched that it just comes right down to the end every week, and it's going to be the team that makes the fewest mistakes, and that'll give them the best chance to win.
Bo had another impressive touchdown catch. Seems like almost every week he's able to haul something like that. And what is it about him that is able to do those things?
The thing that Bo does so well is he has height, and he catches the ball at the top of his jump. I haven't asked him. I bet he was a really good basketball player because he's got really good body control. And he's just big enough that he just reaches up over their head and makes the catch. And the throw on the long play was a perfect throw as well. So he and Sam are really hooking up well.
Coach, this is a win. Worthy of celebration with your record in a last-second robbery win. As you're running off the field, I heard Brian Anderson yell you, "Let's dance." What did the locker room look like after the game?
It was probably a little bit less than the first dance. I've told them that if we're going to do this, and it looks like when we win, they're going to make me dance, and if that helps us win, man, I'll dance. I don't even like to dance, but I like to win. So I brought in Trey Shaw and Michael Carter, and I said, give me a go-to move. I had 13 go-to moves the South Carolina game. I just need one, and I see you all, so help me. So I got me a little go-to move in there, and they were satisfied with it, so that was good. I'll be sore in the morning.
How does Sally feel?
Thank goodness Sally wasn't in there.
One more question about Noah. What does it mean for him to bounce back after struggling?
The great message for Noah and our team and everybody is that when you miss a kick that would have won a huge game and kept you in the lead for the Coastal on the road, it's so disappointing for him and others, but he didn't quit. He competed in practice. He never pouted. He didn't get his head down. He comes back tonight. He didn't know if he was going to kick or not. He could have had his head down there, and what he did is he prepared for the kicks tonight, and good for him. So it's a great message that don't ever give up, don't ever quit. If something happens bad in your life, go fix it.
Was that part of the plan to let him kick again today, or was it a seat of the pants kind of decision?
Seat of the pants.
Coach, 2 years ago, as a quarterback, Chad Surratt throws the pick that loses the game for UNC, and now he's on the other side, getting the pick that won the game for y'all. Can you talk about how far he's come since you've gotten here?
Yeah, I'm so proud of Chaz. He works so hard every day, and he's not a talker. He's not an emotional guy, but I thought he was all over the field tonight again, and I really think that he'll have a chance to be an NFL linebacker. He's big and he's fast, and he's learning every week to have better linebacker instincts. But he's 230 pounds. He can run 4.4, 4.5, and he sure doesn't mind hitting you. He's getting much more aggressive, and he's got great hands, and all those things make a difference. It's from where he was missing that tackle in the hole against South Carolina in the opener to where he is now is such a significant improvement. I'm really proud of him.